So guys, in this video, we'll see how to print a linked list in reverse using recursion. So this is the class node we are using for our node objects. It has an integer I to store the data, a variable next of type node that stores the reference to the next node. This is the linked list we are using. The head is pointing to this location where I is 12, the next is 54, 6, 9, 18, and the next of the last node is null. So the expected output we want on the console is 18, 9, 6, 54, 12 in this order, so that the last node is printed first and the first node is printed last. And we'll achieve this using recursion. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. So we got this linked list by inserting values at the front of the linked list, and I have added the link to the video where we insert a new node at the front of the linked list. So I'll write the function first and then I'm going to demonstrate how this works. So our function will take the head of the linked list. So suppose my function is static void print reverse, takes a node head. So in recursion, we always need a base case. Base case is the point where the recursion stops and you stop calling this function. So our base case will be if head is null, I simply return. Since return type is void, you don't have to return any value. If the head is not null, I will recur. I will say print reverse. I'll pass the next of this head. In the next line, I am going to say SOP, this is system.out.print, the value of I at this head followed by a space so that we can separate the values we are printing. And our method is done. And how do you call it from the main? So suppose you have public static void main, you take a node type head, okay, and you do some insert operations to it. And then if you want to print this list, you say print reverse and you pass the head of the linked list. So let's see how this actually works. So this is your head in the main. So we will number the call to this function. I'll say print reverse. Okay, so this is print reverse. I'll have a head dot I and I'll have a value cursive call. Okay, so when you first call this method from the main, this head in the main, which is pointing here, goes into this method, right? So the first call to this method is from this main method, right? So the first call is from the main method. You call this method passing the head, this method takes a head. So the head that comes into this method print reverse, right, it will point to the same location where head in the main is pointing. So this will point here. Okay, your head dot I is the value of I at head, which is 12. You come here, you check head is null. You check this condition, head in your print reverse for this particular call is pointing to this location, which is a memory location, which is not null, right? So this is false. You come here, you call print reverse with head dot next. So head dot next, head in the method is pointing here, head dot next is pointing here. So the next call to this print reverse takes the head pointing here. So the call number 2 to print reverse is from print reverse. Okay, so you come inside this method where head is pointing to this location. So head points to this location. Head dot I is the value of I at this head, which is 54. All right, and this call number 2 is the recursive call from 1. Okay, because you're calling this from here. So you come into this method, your head is pointing here. You check if head is equals to null. Head is pointing to this location. This is a memory location, not null, false. You come here, you recur again, right? You call print reverse again with head dot next. Head in this current call is pointing here, head dot next is here. So the next call will have head pointing here. So the call 3, that is from 2, is a recursive call because this is called from PR. So this indicates from where this print reverse is called. Your head in this third call is pointing to this location, right? Your head dot I is now 6. Okay, so you come into this method with head pointing here. You check if head is equals to null. Head is pointing here. This is a memory location, not null, false. You come here, you recur again. You say print reverse head dot next. So the next call to print reverse, which I'll label 4, okay, is from print reverse because this is the recursive call, and this has head pointing to this head's next. So this has head pointing to this location. So when you come into this method, so your head dot I is 9. Okay, you come into this method, your head in the current call is pointing here. This is a memory location, not null. So this condition is false. You say head is equals to null is false. You come here, you recur again with head dot next. Head in this current call is pointing here, head dot next is pointing here. So your next call to print reverse is the fifth call, which is a recursive call from PR. Print reverse gets a head pointing to this location. Okay, head.I is 18. Okay, the first call to print reverse is from the main, right? And the next calls 2, 3, 4, 5 are from within print reverse. So these are recursive calls. So 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so we are here right now. So your head is pointing here. You come into this method, you say if head is equals to null. Head in the current call is pointing here. This is a memory location, not null, false. You come here, you recur again, you say, you call print reverse with head dot next. Head dot next is null because head is currently pointing here. You call print reverse with head dot next. So the sixth call, okay, which is from here recursively, is called from PR. Head is null. Okay, null. You come into this method, you check if head is equals to null. Head currently is null, this condition is true, you return, right? So you go back from where sixth was called. So sixth was called from fifth. So you go back here. So sixth was called from fifth. So the call from the sixth returns, you are at the fifth call. So you are here now. You print head.I. So suppose this was your console. You print head.I. You are currently here in this call. Head is pointing to this location. You print 18. And you print a space as well, right? And then you return, because the method ends, you return. So fifth was called from fourth. So you go back to the fourth call. Okay. So the call to fifth returns and you come, you say SOP head.I. Head in the fourth call is pointing here, you print 9 and a space. Okay. You come here, you call to this method ends, you go back. So fourth was called from third. So you go to the third call, right? So you come here. So the recursive call to fourth ends here. You come here. Okay. You print head.I. So head in the third call is pointing here. You print 6 and a space. Okay. You come here. The call to this method ends. You go back. Third was called from 2. So you go to 2. So the recursive call to third ends at 2. So the control comes now here. Okay. You print head.I. Head in the call 2 is pointing to this location. So you print 54. Okay. You come here, the method ends, you return. So 2 was called from 1. So 2 was called from 1. So you come here, right? So the recursive call to 2 ends here and you come here. Head in 1 is pointing here. You print 12. So you print head.I with a space. Okay. And 1 was called from the main. So the call from 1 returns and goes back here. So you come after this statement and you have the list in the rewards order. So if you want to maybe change a line, you can say system.out.println after you print in reverse. This will change a line. Okay. After you print this. So this is how you print a linked list in reverse using recursion. So let's just run the code that we just wrote. So this is the class node I'm using. All right. So this is the method to print the linked list in the normal order. And this is the method to insert the node at the front of the linked list. Then you have print reverse. This is the method we wrote and discussed. So this is the main method. These are the values that we are inserting in the linked list. The head of the linked list is initially null. And then we are just printing the linked list initially in the normal order. And then we are printing the linked list in reverse. So let's just run this. So you see the output is 12, 54, 6, 9, 18, where 12 is the head. And this linked list in reverse is 18, 9, 6, 54, 12. So your first node is printed at last, 54 second last, and so on in the reverse order. So I hope this video was helpful. So please do like this video and subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and thank you.